arrived in Kyoto today and I love it. Tokyo is like a sterile hospital. Kyoto has much more salt. What are you laughing at? We're staying in a traditional ryokan Japanese accommodation and it's very minimal. For example, I'm not sitting in a regular chair, I'm sitting on a cushion. The flooring is tatami, which is like this, looks like it's a weaved floor. The beds are on the floor. It's neat. It's very minimal. Like really minimal. Like all the amenities are here but toned down. Enjoy. Smells authentic.
Authentic.
So this is traditional Japanese accommodation. We slept on the floor. It wasn't so bad. Had to go get hot water in the morning. That wasn't so bad either. Chairs on the floor. Not so bad. Zori shoes. Also not so bad. Tatami flooring. Comfy under your feet. A little squeaky. But that's not so bad either. I like it. It's minimal. However, no, there's nothing wrong with that. It's clean, so it's okay. But one thing we didn't get to use were the public baths. They're on the 7th floor, but they are under renovation currently. Now there's some other baths on the 5th floor, but they're only open at limited hours and it's kind of inconvenient. So I feel like I did miss out a little bit because having a bath and totally relaxing would be so good right now because we're a bit underslept. It would just take that edge off.
To take a picture?
Yeah, sure.
So crispy. We just did the arches, thousands of arches. It was busy. It was so busy. Go early if you go. Hot vending machine coffee. Ooh. We've got it so good in Australia. The coffee is so good there. 4 out of 10.
Okay, let's try this one.
It tastes like they've dropped a ton of condensed milk in there. So we're just catching the train to the bamboo forest. There will be lots of people. You looking forward to all those people?
Yeah, I love people.
What do you think?
I personally don't think it's that bad.
It's like smooth and sweet. Like there's a lot of condensed milk in there, but it's definitely not bitter.
No.
We strayed away from the main path, aka we went in the wrong direction, and there's barely anybody about. It is so nice. We're doing all the touristy things today, so there's crowds everywhere. And honestly, I'd rather go to a place that's not as nice as the main touristy spots, but there's less people about, than the major attractions with millions of people about. Kind of kills the vibe. You get a bit frustrated, and you feel like you're just another part of the crowd. We continued on and visited the bamboo forest that afternoon. However, there were tons and tons of tourists everywhere, so we were struggling to get the shots we wanted. Basically, the video continues on the very next morning where we arrived early. Much nicer here with no people. You can get it. Or less people, not no people. It's about 7 AM at the bamboo forest. Definitely this time or earlier is the time to get here if you actually want decent photos with not 1,000 people swarming about. got the shot we wanted. It was the classic shot of you and then the rest of the bamboo forest with no other humans in the background. And I'm satisfied that we got the shot, but I don't feel completely fulfilled because it's a shot that I know is going to do well on, say, Instagram, and I know that everyone else thinks is cool, but yeah, it's just been nice to do something different, you know? Like, maybe if I didn't crash my drone in the lake the other day, could have got a drone shot from like an above perspective, and then that would have been totally different. And that just hasn't been done before. You know what I mean? When you're just doing something that everyone else thinks is already cool. Yeah. We're going to another temple next, and it's going to be nice views. You can tip your drink out in that if you don't finish your drink, so you don't chuck your bowl of drink in the bin and you get all bin juice at the bottom. I always get the McGriddle when I go overseas because we don't have it in Australia. It's like that sweet pancake in between sausage and egg, and I always kind of regret it. It's just a weird mix, and what do you think?
It's great.
It's great. Okay, Sarah's a fan. I'm like indifferent about it. Yeah, girl. Don't spill any of that coffee on you. Don't you love when they're doing restoration works on attractions? When we were in Europe, most of the attractions we went to, because we're in winter time, it's off-peak, they all had restoration works going on. Even the Colosseum, just huge amounts of scaffolding littered all over it. And it was a bit underwhelming because you come from halfway across the world to see these beautiful attractions and then they're all scaffolded up. What do you do? I guess if they didn't do the restoration works, then they might become unsafe, and that's not good either, I guess.